So if you've been watching my videos, uh, part of the stuff that you would know is the fact that I started this channel around my mental health. It was just updates and talking about certain things that I discovered through doctors and stuff. Uh, Most of the worst part was around that time, like with all the lockdowns. I think a lot of people struggled there. But moving on to now, where I'm not really on medication, I'm off medication, I feel okay. And right now, being home with my mommy, it all feels way better. And yeah, I've been doing well because it's been years. I think it's been about it was 2 years of where I could say like I really went through severe depression. But obviously, like there were, it had happened for longer. Like I was depressed for longer, but then severe depression just hit. With COVID-19, the loss of my son, and so forth and so forth. But then I just wanted to give an update. So if you can watch the other videos, if you want to understand what could have been happening with me, then I've been very brave on sharing because I know that mental health is not something that too many people are talking about, but would encourage a lot of people to actually just talk about it because it's stuff that's happening to a lot of us. So on an update, um, most of the time I feel really great. I feel okay, and I'm just okay with my life, no matter what's happening, what I have, what I do not have. I'm cool. I'm just doing fine. But the thing that I wanted to share with you was the fact that I've really had to be careful with myself, or with my thoughts, or with the spaces that I'm in, or environments that I go into. So I've noticed there's a certain feeling that comes like I can just tell like okay, I'm not feeling too stable right now. I think I need to control my environment. There should be something in my space that's making me feel a certain way, and that feels like uh, a little depression is coming on. Because I know the feeling, like that space that you're in, like where your thoughts are not really okay, and so forth. So I've mastered that, but it's been quite an interesting phase where I've had to relook relationships with friends, relationships with relatives, relationships with my work, with colleagues, with everything. Literally, my relationship with money, relationship with material stuff, where um any interaction during any interaction with any of those things, I kind of check how those things are making me feel. So it's I feel that has really been important, where I kind of have to know like okay, I'm close to this person, but am I now living their life? Because unfortunately that used to happen. Like I'd be so close to somebody, I live their whole life, you know. I become them. So I've had to cut off things like that, where I'm like, no, 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 you're pushing me a bit too far. Now I need to be me. I need to do me. I need to. So we, I was just sharing that part where it's not quite easy. It's not too easy to be like, you know what, I don't like how I feel when I'm around you, so I'm gonna back off a bit or things like that. But I've found that necessary. I found it very necessary, and I feel like it's been working. It helps to just know, and some of it is really analyzing because some of the people that, or some of the spaces that we get into that are a bit not too good for us are people we love, or places we have to be in, places that fulfill our goals. But you kind of have to analyze and be like, you know what, I'm not going to allow my environment to do this to me. What's more important is my thinking, my well-being. And it's unfortunate some really important, some really valuable relationships or events have to be cut off. So that's just generally my update. I'm not saying I'm doing excellent. I've actually discovered that there is no complete healing, because the things that actually kind of make us sick in the first place are things. Sorry, I'm sweating so much. It's hot. But the things that actually make us unwell are things that are in our environment, and we kind of have to keep on checking our environment. So because I've been like, I've understood that my environment can really make me sick, I'm very careful about my environment. Like I kind of have to be like, is this okay? And sometimes I get into certain spaces and I really fall apart, and it's bad. But I kind of have to learn to forgive myself and just be just acknowledge like I do mess up, and I'm not completely. I may never be completely okay, but I watch my environment. It's the same with my diet and stuff like that. I think the thing with mental health is just it is the same. It's the same with every other illness. So that's pretty much it. And would I say I am sick? I don't really think so at the moment. Not not aggressively sick, as well as aggressive as when I started the channel. But it gets better every day. I feel more like myself. I feel like you know I'm living for me. And if you haven't watched the video on why I got this ring, it's kind of linked to my mental health. So you should check that video out. So that's pretty much it. You know what? We're all, as long as we have minds, high chances our minds are unwell. So let's just be open about it. Let's be willing to talk about it. Let's be willing to take care of our minds and each other's minds. So that's pretty much it for now. Bye bye.